Welcome to The Explainer. You ever look up at the night sky and see more than just a bunch of stars? What if you could actually read it, like a living calendar, one that tells you exactly when to hunt, when to harvest, even when the seasons are about to shift? Well, today, that's the incredible science we're diving into.
So here's our game plan. We're going to explore how the world's oldest living cultures read the stars. First, we'll have to rethink what science even is. Then we'll jump right into this ancient knowledge, see how it literally guides life on Earth, and finally, unpack the powerful lessons it holds for all of us today.
Okay, to really wrap our heads around this, we need to start with a huge question. It kind of gets to the very core of everything we're talking about.
Seriously, think about it. When you strip everything else away, what is all science trying to do? Doesn't matter if we're talking about mapping distant galaxies or our own DNA, what's the actual goal here?
And boom, there it is. The key word is observing. At its heart, science is really just about paying close attention. It's that universal human drive to watch the world, notice patterns, and build a story of how it all works.
So with that idea, that science is fundamentally observation, let's turn to one of the most amazing and oldest examples of this in action, a tradition that's been practiced for literally tens of thousands of years. And let's be clear, we are not talking about just casual stargazing. This is a precise, incredibly detailed science. It's been refined over millennia and is deeply, deeply connected to life and survival on country.
This is where it gets so fascinating. Look at the contrast here. Modern space science, it often looks way, way out there, to the origins of the universe, to faraway planets. But First Peoples astronomy connects that same sky directly back to life on Earth. The focus isn't on what's happening billions of miles away, but on what's happening right here, right now. It's about survival.
So how does this actually work, in practice? How do you go from looking at a star to knowing it's time to go fishing?
This chart just lays it out so perfectly. It's a chain of knowledge. You see a specific celestial event, maybe a star is in a certain spot or the moon looks a certain way. That observation is a direct signal for something happening on the ground or in the water. And that signal, in turn, tells you exactly what to do, when to hunt, when to travel, when to harvest. It is an absolutely elegant and effective system.
So, for example, for some communities, when the Pleiades star cluster rises, that's the signal that winter is here. It also means dingoes are having their pups, which tells hunters when and where to be active. Everything is connected. It creates this perfectly synchronized rhythm between the sky, the land, and the people.
Okay, let's bring this all home. What can this ancient wisdom really teach us in the modern world? Turns out, a whole lot.
You see, this system isn't just about taking what you need to survive. It's about living in balance. It's a science of sustainability, built on countless generations of listening to the land and sky and understanding that you can't just take and take.
I mean, this quote really says it all. We're talking about practices like seasonal harvesting and conservation rules, all guided by the stars that kept ecosystems healthy for thousands and thousands of years. This was sustainability long before it became a modern buzzword.
So in the end, it all comes back to this one simple truth. It doesn't matter if you're looking through a multi-billion-dollar space telescope or just using your own two eyes to look up at the night sky. The engine of all science, the very heart of it, is careful, patient observation.
And that leaves us with a really powerful thought to end on. If this incredibly complex and effective science was overlooked for so long just because it didn't look like our idea of science, what else are we missing? What other powerful systems of knowledge are out there just waiting for us to finally open our eyes and see?